Hey folks, welcome to week 10 of DMD 200 Exploring Digital Storytelling. How's everybody doing? All right, so this week is a transition week. We have finished up our last full storytelling project, and so this week in week 10, we are going to pick up with project 3. We're going to start project 3, so this is the beginning of a 3-week cycle for your next project. So once again, you are going to put in your choice of third project. Whatever your third project choice was here, you're going to go to the week 10 announcement, your choice of third storytelling project, and you're going to reply to this announcement with which of these 4 you are going to do next. Now, of course, you've already completed 2 of them, so whichever 2 remain, pick which one you're going to do next. At this point, probably plan out what your final one's going to be, noting that you're going to have a little more time to work on the final one. Even though it's still a 3-week, 3-week, and 3-week, there's a little extra time at the end. So, plot out your time accordingly. So you're going to do that there this week, decide which of the remaining ones you're going to do next. The other thing we have this week is a new Read, View, Listen. This is our consumable for the week. It is an article entitled The Oral Traditions of Africa. And so this is the handout here. Now we're introducing this reading not only just as textbook reading for the week, but it's going to provide the basis for the twist, as it were, or the required component of your third storytelling project. So the second storytelling project, you had to incorporate a twist ending, right? So we talked about that last time around. So now we are going to incorporate something a little different. So this article is about the oral traditions of specifically Africa. And this is from the World Affairs Council of Houston. And so oral traditions, of course, have a historical background in that before writing was a widespread form of communication, most storytelling, most history, most societal information, most instructions on how to do things, pretty much everything that was important for society to continue along and run smoothly was shared with each other through the oral tradition, through basically verbally telling stories in your verbal language. And so many ancient cultures for thousands of years have traditions of oral storytelling. And this is not just germane to Africa, of course, but the continent of Africa does contain some of the oldest societies in the history of the planet. And so it's a good thing to study up front. So you're going to read through this, get to know these oral traditions of Africa. But of course, you can go ahead and do further research into oral traditions from early Greek culture, early Roman culture, early Egyptian culture, so on and so forth. Yes, I know Egypt is in Africa. But you get the idea. There are lots of famous cultures historically that have their own oral traditions. And so what you're going to do for your fourth storytelling project is you are going to include some aspect of oral storytelling traditions into your story. Now, it can be a theme or a subject matter that popped up a lot in certain oral storytelling. Remember, of course, they were part of oral storytelling as they were trying to figure out the world. There was not a lot of actual science yet. And so there were superstitions and stories and myths and God stories and creation stories and nature stories. So you can use one of those themes. You can incorporate some other aspect of oral storytelling, and it can be from traditions from Africa or from some other ancient civilization that you are interested in, or perhaps you learned about in other classes. So that is the twist for this storytelling project, is that you have to include some aspect of ancient storytelling tradition into your story. Now, of course, whether you're doing a visual story, a photo story, an audio story, or whatnot, or a photo story, you will get to interpret how you're going to incorporate these. You would think that the audio story would lend itself best to this type of theme, but of course you can also do it in other situations as well. So read through this and put some time early in the week to really thinking about how you're going to incorporate some of this into your story and which particular aspects. All right, so that is important for this week to get you rolling on your third storytelling project. And that is it. And then for the rest of the week, you've got free swim time to really work on your third project. Later on in the week, when we get together, we're going to investigate some other oral storytelling traditions historically and talk about how we're going to incorporate those into our third project. So that's it for this week. Get working. Lots of research, lots of writing. and lots of planning at the beginning of the week. All right, get to it. I can't wait to see how you're going to incorporate oral traditions into your storytelling project, and I will see you soon.